Hello everybody and welcome back. Thank you as always for joining me on the video. So what are we going to talk about today? We are going to talk about the C8 Corvette, and I know I've been making a ton of videos about it, but there's been so much hype around the new C8 Corvette, and honestly there's a lot of reasons for that. But today's video is going to be a little bit different. Instead of talking about renders like I've been talking about and new information, we're actually going to change it up just a little bit, and we're going to talk about 3 reasons why the new 2020 C8 mid-engine Corvette may not be as popular. I've come up with 3 reasons why I think you or I may have problems with the new mid-engine Corvette. So the first reason, and it's a biggie, is all about cargo space and the space that the current C7 and even previous generations have. Now, this goes with the livability factor and how livable the car is to be with. A lot of people daily drive their Corvettes. They love taking them everywhere, and that's because they can. They can go grocery shopping, they can go to Costco, they can go just about anywhere with the vehicle and not worry about not being able to use the car for whatever purpose. So to give you some numbers, the current C7 that's out has 15 cubic feet of cargo space. That's a lot. To put a reference point on that, the current Nissan GT-R doesn't even have 9 cubic feet of cargo space. So 15 is a lot. And you can fit golf clubs and even like 2 large luggage bags in the back. It really is impressive, and so that is all with the livability factor. Now what's even more startling is that we have actually lost cargo space. My C6, the previous generation to the C7, had over 20 cubic feet. They've lost over 5 cubic feet since they've gone from the C6 to the C7. I actually was so astonished when I had my C6 Corvette that we did a fun video when we were first making videos for this channel, and it's all about how many rolls of toilet paper, and I was going to be shocked if 100 would fit back there. Well over 100. My guess is at the end of the day, there could have been probably 200 rolls of toilet paper back there. Honestly, there's not a lot that won't fit back there. My wife and I went to Costco multiple times with that car and never had a problem with the space in the rear of the vehicle. And that just makes life easy. It just makes it worth driving the car even much more. But then when you change up your platform to the rear mid-engine layout like I have in my Audi, you really lose that space. I mean, I have, I believe, about 4 cubic feet of space. I have a little bit behind the seats and just a little bit up front. My brother and I have gone on one weekend trip when we went to St. Louis, and we fit one small medium size bag in the front. If you were going to go on a long trip in my Audi R8, you would definitely have problems with cargo space. There just isn't really any to be had. And actually, the crazy part is my Audi R8 has more than even say Ferraris and McLarens and even some of the newer Lamborghinis. They really are low on cargo space. So it's one of those factors that really enhances the enjoyment for the current C7 and previous lineup. So going to the mid-engine platform is obviously going to eliminate that. Now, the second reason people are going to be hesitant to purchase the new C8 mid-engine Corvette is going to be because of the old saying, you don't want to buy the first year of a model change. And honestly, this may be no different. We are seeing a huge model/platform change going from a engine in the front to an engine in the rear. And even though GM and Chevy have made prototypes and concept cars, they've never mass-produced anything like this. And that begs the question if we are going to see major reliability issues arise. Now, of course, you will have a warranty that comes with your C8 Corvette, but that will eventually run out. And we don't have the long-term reliability testing been done on this platform, so we don't know some of the issues that they will run into. And it could be an issue that arises after your warranty, or it could be an issue that's fixed under warranty but then wears out. Sometimes these car manufacturers have an issue that continuously arises, and if you're one of the guinea pig years, which is usually the first or maybe second model year of a new production vehicle, then you start to see where some of those reliability and issues that you have to deal with are plagued when you try to sell the vehicle. If you can ever think about a time that you did some research trying to buy a new vehicle, you may have seen on the forums or online in some articles saying, stray away from this certain year, stray away from this certain generation. It had valve issues or it had transmission problems. Then a lot of times you did, and that makes selling that specific year very difficult. And if you're the owner of that and you go to sell that down the road, you can fall victim to much lower resale prices. And again, it's another thing of dealing with the issues, getting them sorted, paying for them, and then also having that more diminished value when you go to sell the car. This is a major factor for a lot of people, and we will see, only time will tell, but it is something that we have to be ready for. Now, by no means do I want to guarantee that this car is going to have issues. It could be a solid car that's known for its long-term reliability, but it's one of those factors we have to take into consideration. One thing I want to bring up is the way Porsche does things. Porsche is so well known for the reliability, and they've kept with a certain program and really only tweaked it over time. They do things so well. People love buying Porsches because they know what they're getting. Nothing weird is really going to come up, and they're really used to having that high reliability factor with them. Porsche knows what they're doing because they've been doing the same thing for so long. GM is in a new territory with this mid-engine layout. Now, the third and final topic that we're going to talk about is pricing, and this is by far the most hotly debated topic. I've made several videos talking about it, and in the comments people really exchange back and forth with their thoughts on this. A lot of people think it's going to be much higher price, but I truly believe we're still going to see a mid $70,000 to $75,000 base price for the new C8 Corvette. But this is still a major increase from the current C7 base price. A C7 base you can pick up for about $55,000. Now, this is with no options. It's completely stripped down to the bare bones, but bare stock you can still pick up an amazing deal, bang for your buck, C7 for $55,000. So jumping up to $75,000 is a major step up. 20 grand is a lot of money, especially when you're looking at a car that really value is a major factor. That's a 35% increase in base price, and that's not even including extras and accessories and options. So when you look at the C7 base price of $55,000, you're easily at the mid 60s once you get a well-optioned Z51. You can be all the way up to the high 60s. Then you go to the Grand Sport and obviously the higher variations. But honestly, with options, there is a high probability that you could be looking at $90,000 for your base spec'd out C8. And this is a major concern for people because, again, the C7 and the previous generation Corvettes have always been known for a lower value. And as we tick up higher in price, we start addressing where you can start looking at higher end vehicles. And the more competition you have, the harder it is to justify someone getting a C8 Corvette, especially if we start breaking that $100,000 mark. So only time will tell on pricing, but it is a major factor. And even if I am correct, again, we could still see a lot of people that are priced out of the market at that pricing level. So those are my 3 reasons why I think people may have issues with the upcoming new C8 mid-engine Corvette. However, only time will tell. These are just the 3 I came up with when looking back on previous versions and looking at the changes coming to the new C8 mid-engine Corvette. But I'm very curious what you guys think. What are the issues you guys have? I know some people are iffy on looks, but I didn't want to add that. I wanted to kind of take a different mindset for this video. But let me know what you guys think. What are you worried about, especially the Corvette owners out there? I absolutely loved my C6 Corvette. I'll be very curious to see what the whole livability factor is for this C8 Corvette, because I will say my current Audi R8 is certainly less livable than my my previous Corvette in the whole realm of storage space. But that's just one of the many aspects that we have to look at. But as I said, I would love to hear from you guys. I'm very interested, love conversing with all of you guys. So let me know, drop your comments below. If you have any questions at all, as always, drop them below too. I try to answer everybody's question that I can. I try to get back, and I appreciate all of the support. You guys are honestly great. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. If you enjoyed today's video, always have new content coming out. So please join us. We would love to have you. And as always, you guys take care. I'll see you next video.